Hey guys, I'm back in the garage, back with the bike now. 8 weeks after returning. I've been busy, obviously editing vlogs. I've been very busy doing that. Believe it or not, it's a lot of work. A lot of work goes into it. But yeah, I'm back in the garage now with the bike. On the road to recovery. Basically, my legs or my foot. I'm doing well. So it's not been easy, and I'm getting there now. I'm certainly getting there, but. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the trip and obviously the numbers, the costs and stuff like that. So I've gone through it. I've only done 1,949 miles. I thought it was going to be over the 2,000 mark. It wasn't. It's a shame. I wanted to be over 2,000 miles on the trip, but I've only just noticed now. I got home that day and parked the bike up, and actually I've used it for work twice as well. So maybe, I don't know, 1,940 miles. You know, it's the mileage is what it is, but it was still a hell of a epic road trip for me, and for the bike as well. It's obviously stretch its legs like that on the new tyres. Speaking of tyres, obviously I had the tyres done before I went, and I took obviously a reading when the tyres were brand new, and I took a reading again the day I got back, and I'll show you the difference. It's about a mil I've lost off the back tyre. But obviously that mil I've lost off the back tyre, I'm guessing it's because it's not just sat on the motorway and a stripe in the middle of the tyre band. It's obviously worn all over with the mountains and stuff like that, the twisty roads, the switchbacks I was hitting. So a millimetre of tread in nearly 2,000 miles I can live with. I mean, that's a definitely harder wearing tyre than the original Michelin. The fact that I only got 7,000 miles out of the original tyres, 2,000 mile, 1 mil on a brand new tyre, that's really good. I think the loss of that's really good. But yeah, I sat down yesterday, went through my bank statements. The total cost for everything, as in hotels, the bike repair, the petrol, the tolls, the shuttle, return on the shuttle, cash I took, card money I spent on another card, a prepaid credit card for European travel. The total cost was £1,897.49. That's including food, any costs while I was away. I can break that down as in hotels was £1,036.74. The repair to my bike was in euros, but obviously I've converted it over. It's £62.54 to fix the problem with the switch. Kept the rear brake lights illuminated. Fuel, now this is quite interesting. Considering I've done nearly 2,000 miles, the fuel cost was £239.80. That's with the, obviously in euros, but the conversion charges for my credit card, it came out at £239.80. And I don't think really that's very bad at all. I mean, the bike is better on fuel than most cars, obviously. But I don't think that's bad at all. When you think the amount of miles, yeah. I was expecting it to be more than that, to be fair, especially because I felt like every day I was stopping and putting another 15, 20 quid in, or 2 or 3 times a day. But obviously trying to make sure I was safe and not going to run out of fuel. The tolls charges. Now this is a bit of a strange one. It was £31 for me initially in August, and September was 60 something. It would come out at 94.97 when you had the 2 months together. So total charges was £94.97, which was more than I was expecting, to be fair, on a bike, and especially because I did use the tolls, but I didn't use them. You know, there was days I didn't use them at all. And then there was a day I did when I went to Monaco and got on the toll road accidentally, and I think that was a £1.15 charge or something like that. It really wasn't bad. But like I said, cash, I took £110 in euros. That was just money that I had kicking around the house from holidays previous years and stuff like that. So it was an odd number, but it was £110 worth of euros. And like I said, I put some money on a Monzo card, which is my wife uses it as a prepay card, basically. I don't know if it's a debit card or what, but it goes basically, you load money onto it and you can spend it. So I put £250 cash on that before I went, and the last day I think I've got £1 something left on it now, so it's obviously for next holiday it'll be great, but I'll just reload it again. But so that was £1,897.49 in total, which it was never going to be a cheap trip, but I didn't expect it to be that much. I was expecting about £1,200 really. I know I should have done the maths really and looked at it a bit better. But when you add together, I mean, obviously the tyres I'd done on the bike, which was the month before, in you know, in preparation for this. That was another 510, and then I bought a light lock because the X3 light lock, because I thought, you know what, the security, I don't want to ever worry about the bike when I'm in a hotel. And although, to be fair, everywhere I went, the hotels were fine. You know, leaving the bike was great. I was really happy with that. The hotel in Nice, I don't know. I mean, I leaving it outside like that, it's all there was. And I was certainly not worried about getting stolen in their yard, in their sort of courtyard. But I weren't happy. I'd rather it have been in a bit more secure place where no cars are going to hit it. What I was worried about, was getting back to the car and getting back to the bike and finding it on its side because a car had reversed into it or something like that. You know, that's really what I was worried about. But that didn't happen. But that was £249.99 for that light lock X3, which I'm glad I've got it now. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit disappointed with it, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed with how big it is because they need to be bigger. They need to be bigger. And I bought the X3 because it's the bigger one. It's not very big at all. It'll just about go around the front tyre. So getting it through the wheel and the... it won't even go around the tyre. It's got to go through the wheel spokes and the disc. So yeah, total cost for everything that I've spent just for this trip, when I was trying not to spend any money, was £2,657.48, which I didn't want to spend. But I'm fucking glad I did because I had an awesome time. I had an absolutely awesome time, and to get back from the trip, and 2 days later be going to hospital and doing that. I'll be honest, I needed it for me head. You know, I needed to get in the right space for it, and I think when I come back to work for a couple of days, it felt like I was in no man's land for a bit. You know, I just felt like I knew what was coming, but I didn't know what was coming. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. And going for the surgery and being home now and being able to sit in a chair like this now, initially, until a week ago, I went back last week and had a new cast put on, and they've given me a flat base for that and a rubber sort of step to place on the floor. And I'm not supposed to be walking on it. I'm just supposed to be putting load on it when I brush my teeth and things like that. And I'll be honest with you, it's been a game changer just to have that where I can put my foot down and have a bit of balance. I certainly can't walk on it, you know, put any load through it, but I reckon I've got another 4 and a bit weeks now of this cast, and then it's off, and that's it. I'm going to have the cast off and have a full boot then that goes up to my knee, but I can take that off when I want. You know, I can have a shower with it. I mean, I have a shower with this, but I've got one of those sock things that go over it with a rubber band around your leg. But I just want to be able to take it off and scratch my leg, you know, things like that. But also, you probably noticed I've not had a smack in the mouth off the wife. No, she heated something up for me the other day in the microwave, and she said to me, careful, she said, it was a pastry, she said, careful, because it's hot. And I bit into it, and I've never ever taken skin off my lip before with something coming that hot. But yeah, I feel a bit of a wally, to be honest with you, but it was bloody painful. I sat in the kitchen screaming, going, oh, fucking hell, I'm on fire, oh, fucking hell. But yeah, I'm obviously at video editing. I'm learning what I can as well on the computer, moving forward, and I'm actually starting to welcome guests now. It's the first time. People have been saying to me they'll come and see me, friends and that have been saying they're going to come and see me at home, and I've not been in the right space to do that. I've not even been able to get dressed properly. So now I can lift my leg up. Now I can move without having my leg elevated all the time. Until a week ago, I couldn't do that. The hospital said to me that if you start putting pressure through your foot, the bones need it to heal. And in fact, I'll show you, I'll see if I can get like a diagram up to show you what I've had done. I'll put a couple of pictures up of the x-rays, but they've taken a wedge of bone out the top of my foot, and they've sawn right through it and basically in a V, and then they pulled the bones together and stapled them through, which has hopefully levelled my foot out because it was totally arched. It weren't like a club foot, it was sideways. But I'm not going to talk, people don't want to know about that sort of stuff on this channel, do you? I mean, obviously I've got the other channel for that sort of stuff if you was interested, but I'm just glad I'm just in a good place now, guys. I'm getting better, and I'm looking forward now. I'm looking onwards and upwards, you know, and I've even been looking for cars online. My wife will kill me if I say this, but I've been looking at cars online. It's keeping me awake at night looking at cars, and then any cars that I like, obviously because my car's gone, so any cars that I like, I've been saving in the Auto Trader app, and I'm going back every day, keep constantly seeing if they've been sold, you know, and just so I can gauge just how quickly they're moving and what I'm expecting to pay. And yeah, my wife, she's not going to be very happy. But it's yeah, I've been spending night and day looking at numbers and things like that. But yeah, it feels weird. I've been able to sit in the front of the car as well for the first time. The other day we went to Blue Water. She took me. I had a couple of pints in Browns at Blue Water, and I actually sat in the front, and I felt like a grown up again. So I've been sat in the back for so long with my leg up on the centre console. But now, yeah, the blood isn't rushing to my foot so much now. Now that I'm putting load into it, apparently your calf is like your second heart. Your leg muscles are like your second heart, and when the blood pumps to your body to your foot or to the ends, your muscles contracting and moving actually sends the blood back. Well, because mine weren't doing that, the blood was just sitting there and my toes were filling up with blood, and obviously the foot was going dark red to blue, and I had to elevate it just to relieve the pressure. But I've got over that now. But I might be cutting that out. I know people don't want to talk about that. So yeah, but I mean, obviously the bike's sat here waiting for me now. I've just I miss it, to be honest. I miss it. So I want to get back out on it. I miss not driving, you know. I miss not driving, but I'm missing riding the bike. So I can't wait to get back to work. Can't wait to get back on the bike. I can't wait to get back to work. But hey guys, I just wanted to give you guys a hello and let you know that I'm still breathing. And obviously I'm on the road to recovery, and hopefully, I mean, it's a very mild day today. It's the 4th of November. It's a very mild day today, a bit wet, but I'd love to get out on the bike. I'd love to get out on the bike. I might even throw my leg over it in a minute with my crutches, just to feel at home. But no, I've got the sofa in here now too. I've got no room for it, and literally the day I got back, I got it out of the house, and I've not been able to do anything with it since. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know if I'm going to have to get rid of some shelving or push it up to the wall and keep it in here a bit more for the man cave. I don't know, but hey. So guys, just a quick one there. Just wanted to give you the numbers and let you know, obviously, the costs and stuff like that, and to let you know that I'm still breathing. So see you soon, guys.